So you have a class full of excited, energy-filled, ready to be educated elementary students, and you're not sure how to keep them motivated when it comes to positive and responsible student behavior. Well, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 4 ways that you can motivate your students to increase and sustain positive student behaviors in your classroom. Coming up next. Hey, teacher friends, Michelle Holiday here. I'm a behavior strategist, and I help teachers, schools, districts, and student-based organizations with strategies, systems, and insights to help them manage their students and their learning environments with less stress and less struggle. And in today's video, we're talking all about 4 ways that you can keep your elementary students motivated. So let's get started. So the first one I'm going to get out of the way really quickly, and that is tangible motivators. And what are those? Simply reinforcers or motivators that your students can touch and feel. So this can be something as simple as a sticker or a ticket, all the way up from a small toy, a treat, a school supply item from your treasure box. And this is something you give based on the frequency you decide for your classroom management system. And so whether you're giving it to them daily or weekly, that's really up to you and the behaviors that are happening in your classroom. And there is one thing I will say, the more severe, the more frequent the behaviors are, the more frequently you will have to motivate your students. Motivator number 2, and that is a visual reinforcer or a motivator. So a visual motivator is something that they can see with their eyes, not necessarily touch. And so that may look like a chart, whether it's a big chart for the classroom or a mini chart for their desk. It can also look like tally marks or stickers that you write or they're able to self-regulate and write in the classroom. And here's the key. They're able to see their progress as the day goes on, which will help motivate them to continue demonstrating the behaviors you want to see. When it comes to your visual reinforcers, I think you are more effective when you tie it to the behavior more than when you tie it to their name, because when it's tied to the behavior, they're like, oh, giving a check or a color box for that. That lets them know that's the behavior that I need to keep doing. Number 3, gamifying your activities throughout the day or gamifying the way that you promote or reinforce positive student behaviors. You can use activities like Hangman, Bingo, Jeopardy to connect fun to the behavior you want to see. And a lot of times with elementary, whenever it's fun, when you make it a game, they are definitely more likely to participate and do what is expected. And motivator number 4. Now, I know this one here is going to surprise you, but believe it or not, it is very effective. And that is to give simple, clear, brief instructions. This oftentimes will motivate a student to follow through on the expectation or the rule. I have seen too many teachers spend too much time talking about what they expect their students to do. And a lot of times their students have cut them off at the 6th word. It's very important to keep your directions short, simple, and brief. Something that's easy for them to follow. And I have found that when it's easy for them to follow, it motivates them to do what is expected or what is required in your classroom. So there you have it, 4 ways that you can motivate your elementary students. They're quick, they're simple, and they're easy. Try to have at least 2 of those motivators in your classroom in the next 3 days, and implement them and watch for the results. And if you have a moment, come back and let me know how it worked for you in your classroom. That's all for today, and I'll see you in the next video.